and let those numbers come in a little bit. We're also waiting for our lower indicators to populate. So
yeah, Apple, we're going to refresh the, or sorry, we're going to prep the 175 put on Apple. It is at the money. It's the one we're watching. It did go below 175 at the open, and it's popped back up. Prep the 175 put for Apple. Thanks. We are looking at it. Sorry.
They have, the price has come in, so I'm going to go ahead and prep that, the 166 put. Waiting to see what E1's going to be doing, but we're going to have it prepped just in case. Now E1's kind of low, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. E1's too low for us to consider this put, so sorry, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. We're going to have to wait for that to reset somewhat, so we're going to have to be patient this morning. It's not in the same position as Apple. Apple Red is actually high, so it's in a better position, Saison, than the Qs here. So we're just going to wait.
We do have Apple coming right back down under that 175. It's kind of hovering right there. Sorry. These lines. We are prepped on that 175 put. Which is right at the money. Apple's going right above and below it. Trading at 88 and 95 cents right now. Apple is a little bit above it because it's just kind of bounced above and below. It's right at the money. So if it does start to cycle differently, we will change that strike. I'm going to move all these lines. So 174.60, which is down here, not quite in view on our screen, would be S60. 175.60 would be R, resistance. But those are both right there.
We're waiting for a call set. Yeah, we're not going to consider a call yet. We're not quite set up. M1, 2, and 3 are stacked down. So we're really watching for some reset here before we can consider prepping anything else. E1, it has turned up toward the blue, so maybe that'll happen in the next few minutes. Not quite yet. E1 turned up, but we're still going to wait for that reset. The tick is trying to make a higher high, so I'm just going to wait for the time of wait.
We do have our S60 and R60 set here based on how Apple likes to cycle between the 60-cent stock prices.
We'll just make a lower low. We're in a stack down position. So we could see some more downward movement. The NASDAQ is dropping, but E1's just too low. So we prepped a put, but the positioning of E1 prevented us from pursuing that. So we're just going to have to wait for some reset here.
Okay, we did get into this we put 110 as our limit to get in, but I haven't seen what we got filled at, and we put, let me see. Just want to get okay, we got filled at 108. We did a sell to close here at 115, and we see we did get filled at 115. So we're out in and out of that. Bought it at 108, got filled at 115 for the close, and now it's hovering right at 102 104, 113. We saw it go to 118. You can see that tick is right on our low, and you can see it kind of popping under. I think that's making that price kind of jump around. Now at 113, 118 again. And you can see we're going to leave our lines where we are to talk about that a little bit here after I get the return. I'm going to leave the lines again, but we're looking at it to head to that S60 or test it. All right, in at 108, out at 115. Let me get that real quick. Now it's at 115, 120. Our tick slowed down right there, and so have the option prices, but they're making pretty wide swings when they do change here. Let me see. It's at 118, 120 now. We saw it all the way at 88 and 90 cents, so it had been kind of bouncing around. Let's see. That was a 6.4% return on the Apple. And it is continuing down. Joni, interrupt me if you need to, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about where the lines are.
Let me tell you why you can talk about it, because E1 is still too low to consider a put. If things start to reset, I will interrupt and prep a trade. But for right now, E1 is too low. If things start to change and we consider a call, I'll for sure let you know. For right now, we're just waiting. We're in the wait mode.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, what?
That was a great return.
Oh, thanks. So I'm going to leave these lines while I talk about this. So Apple, we had seen it. I don't know what its actual low was for the day yet, because you know how it jumps around at the beginning. Let me see what CNBC says. But we had seen it definitely below the $175 mark. And because it was trading right at the money there, we did choose the 175 to prep. According to CNBC, 174.48 was the low. So, we don't have that marked because the tick didn't register there, but it probably happened close to the beginning. Then 175.39 is what it's saying the high is. So pretty much where that green line is. We'll adjust that when the numbers come in line right. But anyway, we prepped the 175, it popped back up. We were watching those option numbers, and we saw everywhere from 88 cents to $1.18 basically once we prepped. We got in, we put a limit at 110, it filled us at 108, and then we put our sell to close. Again, we had seen it at 118, we put in a 115 to grab that profit and build that. Now, in the meantime, the tick was remaining under M1. It was bouncing around, but we had our orange line set, and we were waiting to see M1 continue to flatten and go down into our lower region, or not pop up above into our upper region rather. It stayed steady. The tick was continuing to test that. Plus we knew it had been down here, and we knew that S60, 174.60 range it had this range to travel there all the way back up to 175.60, which we can't quite put in our picture yet. But anyway, that's how we use those lines. The tick continued to travel down, and one came down in the lower region, and there we are. Now the overall market is red. Dow's down 60, Nasdaq's down 28, and S&P's down 9.
Hey, how you guys? Let me
Hey.
give you
Hey,
some
I'm
good.
going to go ahead and get this prep out. Sorry, Joe. I'm going to go ahead and get out the prep for the 166 strike put. The 166 strike put, E1 is really high here, so we're watching for it to come down. A lot of things are going to happen, but want to see red turn down towards blue. If that were to happen, then we would consider this trade. So that's the 166 strike put. Now I'm watching for you. I'm going to see the tick break through M1 here. The tick does break through M1, red turns down towards blue, then we will enter this, watching for the Nasdaq to drop as well.
Yeah, it's weird how everything's kind of frozen right there.
Yeah, and I'm watching for the tick. Tick's kind of bouncing around. Prices are really good here for option, the real close. So we're getting real close here. Want to see it break through M1, trying to break through M1. We also know that a pinch is forming. I got in for, let me see what I got in. 103, I'm putting a sell to close at 106. kind of choppy a little bit, but 106, that should fill. It's actually at 108 now. Let's see if I got a better price. No. I think it got out at 106. So kind of bounced around there a little bit. Then it went to 108. Now it's back to 105, 107. But we'll take it. So that's a 3 cents profit. Let me get that return for you. That's for a 2.9% return. So we just grabbed 3 quick cents right there with the tick coming through M1. It broke through lines of support. E1 was really high, so it supported the idea. We could see more downward movement here, but we just want to get in and out and get our quick profit. So that's what we did. Took 3 cents.
Hey, that was a good return.
Thanks.
Hey, listen.